Sturm said he really wanted to go tonight, but he can't. Zacha reached for it, couldn't possess it to the offensive end. It's played back out. Tuck dropped it back. Tage Thompson, now Rasmus Dahlin, the Buffalo captain, out in front, and they score! Alex Tuck makes it 1-0 Buffalo.
Now they got the game's first goal. Rasmus Dahlin, the Sabres captain, walks into the zone. He gets around Zacha, and as he eludes Zacha, McAvoy comes across the net to try and prevent him to get to the goal. But when he leaves, that leaves Tuck.
It winds up on the near wall and played again by Dahlin. Drops it back for Thompson. Throws it toward the net, handled by Swayman. Buffalo leads 1-0, trying to wrap up this series tonight in Game 6. They lead 3-2. Centering pass. It comes back to McLeod. Shot from the point by Dahlin. McLeod down low for a stuff attempt. Puck is free and skated away by Husnudinov. Still carrying it across the line. 3 Bruins trying to take it away, and finally they do. Morgan Geekie turns the other way. Boston in the middle of the line change. Here's a chance. Middlestad, a couple of tries. And it's lofted out by Connor Timmins. Bouncing puck taken down by Zucker. Here's Thompson, the trailer. He shot it through Zadorov. Good chances at either end now, with under 8 to go in the first period. 1-0 Buffalo in Game 6. Sabres trying to wrap up this series tonight. Krebs dropped it off. Samuelson scores with plenty of traffic in front again. It's 2-0 Buffalo.
Alex Lyons made 2 really great saves. And now Samuelson scores. You're going to see Krebs come across and drop it to Samuelson. That first look was so good. There's no chance Swayman saw.
He was plus 41. That was 7th best among all players in the NHL and 4th among defensemen. Geekie shot. Rebound left by Lyon. Josh Norris banked it back for Dahlin. 5:35 to go in the first period. And Swayman hangs on. The flip from Dahlin. And then he couldn't pass it down low as Mallenstein hampered it. It comes back to Pasternak with room out in front. Great chance by Elias Lindholm, and
this is the 3rd one in tight. Lindholm from Pasternak. It hits Lyon.
All 7 of his career playoff starts have been against Boston for Alex Lyon. That shot by Doan, blocker down. And the flip from the point from Samuelson is handled by Swayman.
Nolan Power's always the quiet guy of the group, yet they look really engaged in the game, I guess, that Buffalo defense.
Well, their usual 6 defensemen. There's another beautiful save by Lyon.
Is for the Sabres. I know it's a 14-year drought. Half of these guys were in Pee Wee when it started.
Pasternak, there's a shot by Yoki Harju, former Buffalo defenseman. Sent back quickly by Lindholm. 2-on-1. Zacha. Pasternak scores! David Pasternak makes it 2-1.
Watch Pasternak start this play. It's his hit in the middle of the ice. Boom! He knocks the puck off the stick of Ryan McLeod. It's a quick up to Zacha. Zacha's pass goes right on the tape. Pasternak's open up. He's basically saying, give me that pass. The Zacha pass is perfect. Keep attacking. Keep pushing forward. That's been their strength tonight.
McLeod the face-off win, and then he sent it to the net from up high. He's their best, with a 30-point improvement over last season. Here's Tanner Jeannot with Lindholm heading to the net front. Jeannot tried to cut right out in front.
Work back to their 2-goal lead they had at the end of the first.
1-4-44 on the power play now since March began. That's their 6th shot on goal, though, down the ice. Boston hasn't had a shot on goal in more than 7 minutes since the Pasternak goal. Here's Dahlin. That went through Swayman into the corner. Here's the check from Timmins. Tried to jam it out in front. Picked up by Steves into the circle. Puck free in the crease. Still free. And it winds up in the corner. Norris has some room. He played it off to Byram all alone, all the way to the net. And stopped by Swayman, who played the angle well.
6 minutes plus without a whistle.
And down low, Thompson. Down low still. Tuck is there as well. Free puck winds up in the corner.
With Pasternak, good players want to trust their line mates, and Pasternak trusts them.
Again, Boston, a sloppy clear attempt and a turnover. And it's driven in by Hampus Lindholm. It caroms off Dahlin right out in front for a testing shot for Geeking 4 times. So trying to make a rare bit of history tonight. Thompson shot blockered off by Swayman.
Real smooth skater. He was the only Sabre in the zone. He had to go back. The Bruins had him cornered.
Tuck through a screen of Zadorov and another good stop by Swayman. Long rebound down to Yoki Haru. Zucker's wobbly for Buffalo. Shot on by Pasternak. Turned aside by Lyon. Hampus Lindholm knocked down Zucker.
The puck has to stay in the zone. You stay there with work and getting on the body. You get some offensive zone face-offs.
Whoa. That one led to a turnaround shot by Steves that was stopped by Lyon. And Alex Tuck, who has a goal tonight, and David Pasternak, who has the Boston goal for the most points in this series. 7 points in 6 games. Dahlin has it gloved by Jeremy Swayman. Here's Peak with some bodies in the middle. Geeky shot and a big stop by Alex Lyon.
Keep it out of the net, but Geeky gets the puck. He's one of the guys that can really shoot it.
Another offensive zone face-off win. Pasternak, and that's turned aside by Lyon. Standing tall again in the Buffalo net. Byram. And it taken away. Pasternak dangles. Save. Lyon bouncing puck. Winds up on the back wall. They've had plenty of chances tonight, but Lyon has matched Swayman save for save. Another face-off win for Boston. That's 6 in a row.
They tried to force that to Pasternak. Lindholm did.
Benson's all alone in front. He scores. Buffalo has a 2-goal lead with 14:02. An enormous goal for the Buffalo Sabres.
This face-off play is designed to go to Pasternak, but Doan spoiled it. Lindholm's got to hang on to that puck. He didn't read that Doan was out on top of Pasternak. Doan goes all the way down the ice, retrieves the puck, and flings it out to Zach Benson. We talked in the first period. I mentioned the air's out of the building a bit. Now you can feel almost the stress on the Bruins. They need something good to happen.
Hoping for something good off that shot.
One has to peel off to the slot. They don't. And that's just a crushing goal.
Shot right on from Zacha, stopped by Lyon. It clanged off him. Zadorov, originally drafted by Buffalo. Husnudinov has it gloved by Lyon.
Man, they asked for a lot of patience, though, didn't they? 24 straight. Man.
Yeah, flip from the point, a stop by Lyon. The Sabres win. They will host game 1 in the next round. They'd have home ice advantage. Dahlin took it to the backhand and got stopped by Swayman. Second goal of the night for Buffalo. 6 defenseman goals in this series. Now Thompson has help coming. Went for the shot and it glanced off Swayman.
It's a 3.5-minute scramble now for Boston.
They've gone more than 5 minutes without a shot attempt. Lockdown by Buffalo. McAvoy slow at the blue line to do anything with the puck. Empty net goal. Josh Norris makes it 4-1.
McAvoy's trying to dig the puck out of his feet. There's a chaotic scene at the blue line, and the Sabres get 2 goals from their third line tonight. Benson scored the third one. Norris.
The Atlantic Division did the Sabres ahead of both Montreal and Tampa Bay, but just 3 points ahead of those 2 teams. Final seconds tick off, and the Buffalo Sabres